Hey friends, in my last video, I have shared 4 triggers out of 8, with the help of which you can easily persuade anyone. You can make them say yes for your request, as many of you requested me to make second part for Persuasion book summary. Hence, in today's video, I will share remaining 4 triggers. So let's begin. Number 5, social proof. I am sure even you might have noticed something like this study. A study has been done where few people were asked to stare continuously at the top, 6th floor of a building in order to see what happens. Because of that study, what happens when only one person was staring, the 6th floor, then almost 45% people stopped and started staring the same floor in order to see what exactly the matter is. But 85% people stopped and started staring. The 6th floor, when 15 people were looking up at the 6th floor, similar experiment was stopped in the middle because of lot of gathering of people, was causing traffic jam, coping. Others is our human nature, especially when we are not sure about what exactly we supposed to do, and in critical tough situations we can follow anyone if that person knows what he is doing. As per alarming research, if any famous newspaper used to print suicide story in their front page, then this thing used to increase the number of suicides in future, in facts, after a suicide news. In a newspaper, 58 unusual suicide cases were seen that too. Within a month again, these suicides weren't just a coincidence, but these suicides are known as copycat suicides several years back. These kind of suicides has also happened in India when news channels started showing that due to depression, many children are committing suicide after such news. More children's suicides started taking place. On the other hand, same principle was used in a positive way. Same principle was used on children so that they can overcome the fear of dogs. In these experiments, children who were scared of dogs were asked to watch those children who were very friendly to dogs. They were asked to watch children who loved to play with dogs daily for 20 minutes. As a result, just within 4 days, 67%. Children fear towards dogs was vanished. Fear was completely gone. 67%. Children started playing with dogs that too happily. You must have noticed that when others laugh, even we feel like laughing. Well, this is also a social trigger example. You must have noticed that in many comedy shows, recorded laughter is played after any joke, or else they keep judges who laugh a lot. All these things are done to make us feel that jokes are funnier than they are. If I share business-related example, then many companies says that their product is largest selling and fastest growing product, etc. They try to show as if almost everybody is buying their product. They do it because it's a fact. We do things that most people do. So basically, with all these examples, do learn that make others believe that what you are asking them to do is done by almost everyone, especially by the one whom they admire a lot. By doing this, chances of they doing what you want will for sure increase and improve. Number 6, concession. There was a cloth shop run by 2 brothers. They used to use concession principle in order to sell their product. Example, whenever a new customer used to go to their shop to ask the price for a dress, then for this question, first brother, who used to stand far from the customer, used to reply high price like $42 on that very moment. Second brother, who used to stand near to the customer, used to pretend as if he heard $22. Hence, instead of saying $42 to the customer, second brother used to say only $22. Many customer used to feel that by mistakenly he is saying $22. So many customer immediately take that dress in $22 before first brother come to know about his brother. Mistake, but actually that wasn't a mistake but a concession trick used by both brothers in order to sell their $22 dress that too. Without bargaining. Similarly, author was waiting on airport, then suddenly a child come to him and requested him to buy huge event tickets. He started convincing him that event is really awesome and he will love it, but for that request, author politely refused and said, "No, I can't." After listening to "no," that child again said, "It's okay, sir. No problem. Would you like to buy a chocolate? It's just for $1 for this request." Author didn't said anything and he just bought that chocolate the moment that kid left. Author felt little strange. He started thinking like, why I bought this chocolate? I don't even like chocolates. Well, the thing which clear this concept is known as concession, which teaches us if we ask for a big favor or if we put forward big request in front of someone, and if opposite person refuse for a large request, then if we put forward small request in front of the same person, then chances of that same person saying yes. For small request increases chances of accepting. The small request by the same person improves. If I give a business example, suppose there's a customer who go a shop to buy a jeans worth Rs 1,000. But after entering the shop, instead of showing 1,000 Rs jeans, that shopkeeper starts showing 1,000, 8,000 jeans. He starts showing expensive jeans to that person, and at the end, he shows 2,000 Rs jeans and tells you that this is the cheapest jeans with good quality. So do buy this jeans. You will not get it anywhere. So by this, chances of that person increasing his budget will increase, and chances of him buying that jeans also. If that person has capacity to increase his budget, then he for sure take it because he will find 2,000 very less in front of 1,000 and 8,000 similarly. If you want someone to listen to you, then first put forward big request in front of the person about which you are aware that he will for sure refuse. Then tell him to do something which you want him to put forward a request, which is much smaller than the earlier one. By doing this, chances of him listening and accepting your request will for sure improve. And one more thing, whatever request you are putting forward, it should be realistic and good. It shouldn't be big, stupid request. Number 7, reciprocity. I have shared this concept in my third last video. Will again explain for those who are not aware of it. Reciprocity is the most powerful mechanism of our brain, which tells our brain, triggers our brain to keep everything settled of even with others. Means if anyone does good for us, then even we should do something good in return. And if someone does bad for us, then even we do bad for that person in return. Example. At time of World War I, a German soldier reached to no man's land. It crossed more than limit in order to catch an enemy soldier. While he was walking, he saw that enemy soldier sitting alone and having his food. The moment that man saw a German soldier, instead of removing gun and shooting him, he offered him food, asked him to have food. This was a very kind gesture of that man. Hence, even that German soldier didn't fire at him, and both soldiers went on their ways without fighting. Business example. You must have heard about Amway Company. The biggest reason behind Amway's success is the use of reciprocity principle. Amway people are not like other salesmen. They never ask you to buy their product directly. Instead, many a times they give free product samples to their potential customers. They used to give free samples to potential and used to go without asking for money, because of which whenever they used to come again at same place, people who already use their product free of cost, they feel like settling things. Hence, chances of buying something also increases. In fact, in many wine business, it is seen that by doing free or low-cost tasting, 93% chances of person buying that wine by paying addition $10 increases. In fact, 92% chances of person buying that wine future also increases. Similarly, it is seen in many industries that by giving free sample of their product, chances of people buying their product always increases. Similarly, if you give a gift to a person in any festival, then chances of that person giving gift to you in coming festival also increases. So, to conclude this point, if you want other person to do something for you, then it would be great if you do something good for that person. Do something which make him feel good, because that person will live under the pressure of settling things, and that pressure will make him accept your request. Number 8, reasoning. Chances of accepting your request improves when that request has proper reasoning with it. An experiment was done by a Harvard professor where she requested in 3 different ways to people who were standing in front of the Xerox machine, and they were about to use that machine for their work. With that 3 different ways of request, 3 different results came. First time when she went, she requested like, can I use this Xerox machine first? I am in hurry for this request at 90%. People said yes. Then when she went for the second time, she requested like, Can I please use this machine because I need a Xerox? Surprisingly again, 90% people agreed. This experiment proved that giving proper reason can increase chances of accepting the request. I personally used this principle in my real life. One day I went to doctor's place. There were a lot of people waiting before me. So looking them, I requested all to allow me to go first, because I have exams and I need to prepare myself. Almost every person agreed. They hesitated, but still they agreed, and allowed me to go first. Very recently, I went with my friend for shopping. The moment we reached the shop, that shop was about to close. Shutter was down, lights were off. I told my friend to ask that shop's owner whether we can buy stuffs from there. My friend said, "Forget it, it's closed. We should move back to home." But still, I didn't give up. I went and requested that shopkeeper to allow us to buy, and guess what? That shopkeeper agreed. I know this isn't the big deal, but still I am sharing, because many people don't even try. They just give up. They give up before trying. They just assume that people will not say yes, they don't try. Since start, they assume, but reality can be different, and you can see result only after trying. You should try, should ask, because asking is one of the biggest life lessons. Just by asking, trying, you can get big positive results. Hence, don't assume just by thinking that opposite person will refuse. Go and try. Ask, give reasons, put forward your request. Use these triggers. The more nicely you use these triggers, the more nicely you will be able to persuade and influence people. These were 4 remaining principles and triggers out of 8. If you haven't watched part 1 of this video, then do watch it by clicking the I button on screen, and can even see it by going below the description link. Now to end, I have shared such useful information knowledge from an amazing book, The Psychology Influence of Persuasion by Robert. This book knowledge can help you to influence people and can make them do what you want them to do. If you never want to miss any of my new videos, then do subscribe and click on the bell icon. With this, whenever I upload any of my new video, you'll get notification. Do share to support this channel and also for benefiting other. And finally, thanks for watching.